Mattel is back at it with yet another brand new case of 2020 singles for the Disney Cars line. And I'm super excited to get into this one because it does have, as you can see, some pretty exciting cars included. And if you guys missed it, the last few weeks have been crazy for Cars unboxing cases. We had D, E, F, all 3 consecutive weeks in March, which was absolutely exciting. It was a little bit of March Madness, if I do say so myself. Unfortunately, G got delayed a little bit from my expectations, but here we are, a little March/April Madness. So I'm very excited to get into this case here. And as always, I get my cases from GetMeCollectibles. People all the time ask me, where do I get my cases? I get them from him. Link to his eBay store and email is in the description. You have to email him if you want a case, but if you just want the individual cars, you can check out his eBay store. So without any more rambling, we're going to get right into this case. So I only know of a couple cars in this case, the highlights as per usual. I don't even think I mentioned, this is case G, by the way. Of course, D, E, F, and now G. So far, every single letter of the alphabet has been released for 2020. And I unboxed all of them except for A, because A didn't really have much. So hopefully, I intend to continue on with H, and then they skip I because it looks like a 1, then J, and then so on, so on. But yeah, G is, what you're looking for here. All this other stuff doesn't really matter. But made in Thailand contains 24 pieces, aka cars. So we're going to use the handy dandy T here. Hopefully I don't break the T on it or something like that. But the T is perfect for this kind of stuff because, you're not going to cut your finger with it, but it also gets the job done. So how you guys holding up in quarantine? I'm trying my best to make the best out of quarantine, as I've said before, by doing a lot of videos. I want to make sure you guys have something to watch, and it also kind of keeps me from being bored because I always have a video I can make, and I absolutely enjoy making videos. So it's a win-win. I'm struggling here, just so hard because I have to work around the camera. There we go. All right, I'm pumped. See what this case has to offer us. All right, starting off with 2 pretty boring releases. We have the typical case-by-case Jackson Storm in the Copper Canyon series. It wouldn't be a case of cars without a Jackson Storm. And the same is pretty much said for World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen. He's been included in a ton of cases as well. I did have a problem recently with the cars in the cases coming damaged, especially the ones in the corners, but we're off to a phenomenal start. Both of these are in perfect condition, so I'm very, very pleased to see that. Here we go. We have APB. So she's been released a couple times previously. I think she's been released a lot, actually, since case B, and now we're in G, so she's been included in, I'd say, at least 4 cases, which is quite a bit, but she tends to sell because a lot of people like the Demolition Derby stuff. I'll take another one. Who we got up here? Some more duplicates. So we have another World Grand Prix or Lightning McQueen with racing wheels. I'd love to see some new stuff from the World Grand Prix series. It's just always been such a boring series throughout the really entirety of the entire Cars line. Except for, I remember back in the day when they'd pop in a new crew chief like Brian Gierlewski. But nowadays, there's just no exciting cars in that series. But anyway, here's Dinoco Cruz, another pretty typical standard release in the Next Gen Racer series. All of these other guys have been released by now. Here's a nice one to see. Kevin Shiftright, the Clutch Aid Racer for Cars 1. Very, very nice to see piston cut racers in the assortment because, as you guys know, they sell with ease. So Dinoco 400. So these are all the Cars 1 piston cut racers, whereas the Cars 3 ones are included in a different series. So I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing Claude Scruggs in this case. Billy Oil Change, he might be in it, but these two have not been released yet. Slider Petrowski and Sage Vanderspin for gaskets. So that's sidewall shine, that's gaskets. Hopefully these will be released soon, but really, there's really no way of knowing. They might not even be in case H. They might be in J or L or something like that. They might get pushed. Oh, here we go. This is exciting. This is what I've been looking forward to. Wasabi Mater. So the one in my last case was kind of beat up, and this one's on a good card. I'm happy to see that. He's heavy too. I don't know why, but I feel like the heavier cars always get more like card damage. I don't know why. But yeah, he's in the Funny Flashbacks line. I think we also get a new Funny Flashbacks car in this case as well. So we'll see what that is. And here's another carryover from the last case. Case F, my bad. Silver Tim Treadless. So if you missed him in the last case, you get a second go at him, which is awesome because I'm sure this guy will be popular, seeing as he's basically a silver and metallic release combined into one. All these cards are out. Here we go. We have a Miguel Camino here. Not a silver one, just a regular Miguel. Not the most boring card they could have included in the World Grand Prix series. I like Miguel. I feel like I don't really see too many of him, so people must like him. He's definitely one of the more visually appealing racers in my opinion. Speaking of Miguel, they actually put two of them in here. No way. Such a random card to include two of. Like, no two Jackson Storms, no two McQueens, no two Cruz Ramirez's, but two Miguel Caminos. I like it. Just did a video on Silver Miguel Camino and a custom of him where he's corrected, because if you guys don't know, see how he has a black spoiler and gray windows, and yet he's got yellow windows and a red spoiler? Inaccurate for nearly 10 years now, but I have a custom of him corrected if you'd like to check out that video in the description, or the card suggestion pop up in the top right hand corner. Here's another welcome inclusion here, Silver Jackson Storm. So why don't they include a bunch of this instead of just regular Jackson Storm? Because this guy will definitely sell, being as he's a pretty special variant. Very, very nice. So already two silver cards in this case. Here is Conrad Camber. I don't know why his art looks different and it looks so much better. It looks so good there. I don't know why, but yeah, this guy looks awesome. Of course, the next gen Shiny Wax Racer that was released from China a couple years ago, and now he's getting a reissue from Thailand. So this is a new variant, and my goodness, he is definitely different. There's no way he had all those swirls on the front there. See all those swirls like on his bumper there covering his mouth? That looks like an air. He definitely, he doesn't even have that on his art there. Look how strange that is. Look at that like intermix of stripes and all that stuff. That looks crazy. Wow. I don't know if it's just the Thailand variant, but this is definitely different from what I'm used to seeing. I'm gonna have to compare them later. Because even if you look at like on the back of Cruz here, it doesn't really look like that. I don't know. We'll have to take a look. We will have to see. Maybe a future video or live stream. Oh, here we go. So we'll save you for a moment. Francesco Bernoulli is just another reissue here. Nothing too special about him. He's been out for a while on Blue Desert. And from Thailand in general. Very light. One of the lightest cards in the Cars line. But here is a new release, or I guess a new Thailand release, you could say. Race Team Sarge. And they put this guy in the London Chase series, which makes sense. But unfortunately, though, he's got the wrong artwork. That's just regular Sarge. As you can see, he doesn't have the 95 logo. But it's alright, though. It definitely makes sense for him to be in this series, because they also are releasing Josh Coolant, who Sarge appears right alongside during this sequence. Or this scene, rather. Yeah, he looks pretty good for a Thailand release. I like the artwork, though. I mean, even if this is just regular Sarge, I've always liked his artwork. And on the back here, we can actually see some more upcoming releases, being Mcmissile and Holly Shiftwell. And it looks like this is Palace Danger Mcmissile, which was a 2013 variant of Finn released in a 2-pack with I believe, Doug Speed Check. So will we be getting that variant again, or did they just use the wrong image and they intend to release the regular Finn? I would be so down for this version. I think he's awesome. I wonder if Thailand would make his expression even better. Maybe Thailand will release Holly Shiftwell using the correct pink color. That'd be awesome. And then this guy's been out for a little bit now. All right, moving on. Oh, here we go. This is money. Cash money right here. This is what everybody's been waiting for from Case G, and that is the re-release of Aaron Clocker. So if you guys don't know what all the hype is about Aaron Clocker, about this next-gen revolting racer, I will tell you. I will enlighten you. So basically, this guy was only released in an Amazon/Mattel.com exclusive 5-pack back in late 2017. And it was extremely rare. There were not many online at all. And some people, they don't like multi-packs, so they just pass on it. But it was only a 5-pack, so it only cost about $25. But there was just such a short supply of these. I wouldn't be surprised if there, was less than I'd say 5,000 Aaron Clockers from China. So here's the Chinese version, which I reviewed in my 12 days of Christmas that year. And I will be reviewing this Thailand variant because he is quite a bit different. I want to show off those variances. You can see right off the bat the color is different. So I will do a review on this new variation of Aaron Clocker in the next few days. Both are on perfect cards though, so it is a little bit of a deterrent for me to open them, but very happy to have this guy back in the mix, giving people a chance to reclaim him if they missed him for his first release. That's awesome. Super happy to see Aaron in the mix. Oh, this is awesome too. So first we have Sally. The artwork is so nice. Such a big picture of her too. That's awesome. So this is her first release on Blue Desert, but it's not her first Thailand release. She was actually released from Thailand for the first time about a year ago. You can see on the back here, Greta, Sheriff Fillmore, and Brand New Mater, all of which have been already released. They are using the wrong model of Sally. If you guys don't recall, in 2018 they corrected her model to a more accurate size, and then they reverted back to this old model when they had the Thailand switch, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nice to see her in the mix, though. Here's the officially new release, though, for Case G. The only new release technically for the case, and that is metallic Jonas Carvers here. Very, very nice to see this. This is really the case of the two next-gen racers, or the two red next-gen racers, because there's only two red next-gens in total, and both of them happen to be in this case. But yeah, first release of a metallic next-gen as well, and it happens to be the recently released Jonas Carvers. Looks like I have a little chip there on this fender, but that's all right. Too bad there's only one of him in this case, though. I would have liked it if there were multiples. Look at that awesome picture there, too. So this is the second metallic release for Blue Desert, following metallic Cal Weathers from Case A. Awesome to see this guy. He'll probably become quite rare. It's my prediction. These scavenger hunt releases are only released in one case for the most part, and the next gens usually tend to become more popular anyway. So that's awesome. Great to see this guy. And I will do a video on him as well, but I will briefly compare him to the regular version here. Awesome. All right, on to the last row here. Two new releases here for Blue Desert. First one is actually an entirely new Chinese or Thailand release, my bad, of Superfly. So if you guys don't remember as well, Superfly was only released previously in late 2017 in that Walmart exclusive rubber tire Demolition Derby line with the accessories. And so now, 2.5 years later, he's got himself his own mainline release with plastic tires instead of rubber tires, and now he is from Thailand. He actually looks pretty good from Thailand, not gonna lie. I love the artwork for him. That just looks so cool. Such a unique model, you know, with the ginormous pipes here and the wooden spoiler. Absolutely incredible. Of course, he is in the Thunder Hollow series. You can see some other releases that have all been released by now. So hopefully we'll begin some more Demolition Derby releases soon, like, I don't know, the Announcer, and then Airborne would be another one that they could release because he was only previously released in that line as well with rubber tires. And here's a little comparison between the Chinese rubber tire release and the plastic tire Thailand release. Doesn't look too different. The wheels do look quite a bit different though. And it looks to be a little bit of a darker color scheme. Interesting. Definitely one of the highlights of the case though, for sure. Alright, here's Brick Yardley. So this is Brick Yardley's first Blue Desert single release, but it's not his first Blue Desert or his first Thailand release because he was included with Cal Weathers in a 2-pack in Blue Desert, and even before that from Thailand, so he's received a lot, but this is his first single release in a long time. So it's nice to see his artwork finally in the spotlight. But yeah, you can see this is the Copper Canyon Speedway series. So it includes pretty much, you know, all the main characters, or at least the stock cars like Bobby Swift and Cal Weathers and the Rusty's McQueen. There's Jackson. Yeah, nice to see Brick Yardley. I love his artwork. Such a visually appealing card with the dark green on the left too. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, who else do we got here? Oh, this is what I've been waiting for. So first, we have just Luigi and Guido from Blue Desert. Nothing special about these guys to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure they've been out for a while now. I thought they were going to be the race team versions, I guess, but I don't know, I guess not. Anyway, you can see some other releases on the back there. Yeah, these guys have been out for a while from Blue Desert, but I thought they were going to be the 95 versions. But I think they were already included in a previous case. Yeah, weren't they in like case D or something? Anyways, though, this is a release I've been looking forward to for a while now, and that is the Dinoco 400 Leafless Racer Claude Scruggs here. So this guy, obviously, as you guys know, is a classic. One of the first ever Cars characters to be released way back in 2006. And, you know, just to know that he's still being released 14 years later is just incredible to me. And he has changed quite a bit though, especially this is his first Thailand release. So his expression is wildly different. And I have to say, I really like it. They really gave him an angry, determined expression. And in my opinion, it looks much better than the Chinese release. I'm not sure about the decals and how grainy they may be. And it looks like the tires are a little bit pressed inward. But it's certainly nice to see a classic return. I love seeing his artwork that has literally stayed the exact same for all these years now. It's kind of weird that they only show half the car though. I don't know quite why they do that. Like here, if you look at Aaron Clocker, they have him on angle so you can still see the spoiler. But for Claude here, it's like they only literally took half of him. But nice though. I might review this guy as well if I can get my hands on a second one, just because he is so different. And last but not least, here we have two more brand new Thailand and Blue Desert releases. The first one being here, Carla Veloso with Flames, who is probably one of the worst Thailand releases ever because she is smiling. She is smiling. And yet she just blew her engine out. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, but that is just, you know, typical Thailand Mattel for you, because when China released Carla Veloso with Flames back in 2014, she had a frowning expression, and that made sense because literally she's got flames coming out of her backside. Like, I just don't understand why Thailand would think it necessary or appropriate to put a smile on her face there and use the exact same expression as Norma Carla Veloso. So a little disappointed about that. Definitely one of my least favorite releases. But regardless though, this is her first Thailand and Blue Desert release. And it's nice to see Carla Veloso. She's always been one of my favorite World Grand Prix racers, and she definitely gets overlooked quite a bit. But yeah, I don't understand. They use this artwork here that doesn't really make sense. She is in the World Grand Prix series though, so one of the more unique releases in the series, I assume. Enough with her though. Here we have Lightning McQueen with sign. So first of all, I just love the artwork for him. Would be better if they didn't have this nasty choking hazard here taking up a quarter of the space. But anyways though, this guy's been released quite a bit. He's got quite a bit of a story. Released first back in 2013 with Fred in a 2-pack. And then re-released in 2016 as a single. And now he's back in 2019 as a single. So of course this is pretty much just regular Cars 1 Lightning McQueen with a sign. And this McQueen's been released before from Thailand. Not in a while though. So I guess the only really new variant here would be the sign. Yeah, this is a nice release here. You get, an accessory and a McQueen. Although it would be so cool if they had him with that expression. I love that expression. But he's just got his normal smiling expression. And he is in the Funny Flashback series. Recuerdos Divertidos. So it's the 4th installment in the series. Quite an array of releases there, I must say. I'd say, I don't know. I like Wassabi Mater. I like Cupcake McQueen for sure. These two I wouldn't have thought of doing for this series, but Mattel did, so it's alright. They tend to prefer their re-releases, I guess. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this case unboxing and looking forward to the future reviews. I definitely intend to do some videos from this case. Claude Scruggs, I'd love to do. Aaron Clocker, I will be doing very soon. And of course, Metallic Jonas Carvers as well. So thank you guys so much again. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you soon for another one. Bye now.